From its gleaming skyline to the bustling street, Malaysia's capital Kuala Lumpur is the very picture to a dynamic modern Asian city. As a developing metropolis, it is constantly experiencing widespread development and features a few dull structures. But in the shadow of the modern city, the country's past remains has been preserved. That past is now surrounded with instant reminders of Kuala Lumpur's present and future. In the heart of downtown Kuala Lumpur is the neighborhood called Kampung Bharu, or in English, New Village. With its narrow street and wooden homes, Kampung Bharu belongs more to the city's past than present.
If you've never experienced true Malaysian culture before, then here it is, I give you Kampung Baru.
The street has low-rise structure with a strong Malay flavor of vibrant and luxury life. Pertaining to the street as urban life under Raja Muda Musa, the lifestyle of the people in the street is an enjoyable one.
In Kampung Baru, we have a very simple community where people sell their own stuff and they're very independent.
The residents own business in the street and live at houses nearby, but some shop owners are immigrants, particularly Indonesians, that live in the flats. There are wooden houses built on a steel jostle with 5-story brick tenements. Along the worn and patchy road, the architecture of houses are of unique traditional Malay style, such as colonial Malay hybrid style and Limas style house with its roof gabled and eave curving known as papan kantik. Built largely by Kampung folks, they are aged and some are not well preserved. Beyond the street, people are reminded of the urban life with the view of the modern skyline painting the sky.
People from many places come to Kampung Baru from Kuala Lumpur because they want to experience the authentic Malay food, which is very reasonably priced. Let's go.
On the surface, the street is quiet one during the day. The day revolves around the businesses in the area, tailors, dressmakers, couples, and a small window abundance the area, controlling the street events as people from all over the city come for their low-price workmanship and reasonable price of food. During the day, the residents come out for their breakfast such as roti canai and mihun goreng. In the afternoon, other Malay specialties such as pisang goreng, kue moe, like ondi, koi talam, and nasi lemak get people working at nearby offices to come here for lunch.
Berikan jawabanmu, ku pergi sendiri dan takkan kembali.
Walking in Raja Muda Musa Street, a whole stretch of road offers a variety of Kampung food. Magic are seen tossing sugar into pans to make apam bale and frying kerupuk lekor, forming a vibrant vibe of activities as people stop to buy from the stalls. A street artists come together to perform and sing live, making the street more alive. On Saturday, when the Pasar Minggu or Sunday market takes place, thousands of vendors set up their stall around the street, which rolls through till early Sunday morning. Making use of the evening sky, children are also seen coming out to play with their friends who live nearby. In the night market, Malay vendors, stall owners are seen grilling satay and the unique aroma dance in the air. Besides various curries and grilled meats, durian fruit ice cream are also sold. Going through the Kampung Baru Pasar Malam on a full stomach is a torturous affair. The night doesn't get old in the street of Raja Musa, as tourists, residents, and locals come for food until late in night to have a taste of the Malay street food.
In the downtown corner of Kuala Lumpur, Kampung Baru is a vital survivor, currently expanding metropolitan city. As you can see, the architectural elements of Malay culture has remained preserved in these houses.
Street signs and signboards used here in Raja Musa to guide people around places and shops are in Malay language. Street banners found hanging at the front porch of shops and houses is the voice of people in the street, hoping that their kampung and home can be preserved and not open for plans of developments. The language of movement and flow in the street is casual and direct. Tourists are seen strolling casually, people are seen walking cautiously to cross the street and also hanging around at side pavement. The main language used here in Raja Musa Street is the authentic Malay language, but according to the locals, their spoken street language is a mixture of Malay and Cantonese, such as nak make instead of nak makan. And with tourists, business owners also use the English language, which eases the communication between their dealings. The street as a container of culture is influenced by the important role of Islam as their main religion, which is a major moral force of the street. Religion as a pillar of society brings people together as a loving, tolerant, and friendly community, especially during a festive season, such as Ramadan, where people gather, giving the street an additional scene as the society's culture and the traditional are portrayed through the prayer outfit and traditional koimues. Day-to-day activities and surrounding architecture seems to dominate the street, but the devotion of the society here to their country is also visible, where most of the shops and traditional houses have either the national or a state flag. Great parts of the culture in this street are the rows of roadside stalls and businesses run by families and children helping out. It stands out with contrast to the modern streets of Kuala Lumpur, as the people and the flavor of the food here is the flavor of the past, where they all come from the Malay traditional culture. Parts of the culture and society in the street have evolved with Kuala Lumpur as a 21st century metropolis, but its history remains. The rich history of KG Bharu stretches back to the century long, when the country British colonial masters moved Malay settlers here off agricultural land to protect the Malay ethnic group as they could not adapt to the rapid growth and changing environment and started to leave the city. Until today, the colonial era laws govern the site, keeping the focus of Malay nationalism high. Events held in the streets, such as the 13th 1969 incident, where the area was the heart of the race riot between the disputes of the ethnic Malay and ethnic Chinese, are in record. Other major events in the area includes the anti-colonial protest and meeting held between the founder of UMNO. In recent years, Kampung Bharu also played a central role in the Reformasi protest of 1998 and the role in Bersih riot. With such background, this area has evolved as a unique space, as the place still encompasses both Malay traditional houses and the traditional Malay lifestyle. Although Raja Muda Musa used to be live here before modernization takes place, where the community kept close to each other and the spirit of neighborhood was strong, Kampung Bharu as a surviving community of traditional Malay village still paints a picture of old Kuala Lumpur. Traditional and cultural values that might have been lost in other corners of Kuala Lumpur through the passage of modernization has been kept safe inside the boundaries of this small village and our street Jalan Raja Muda Musa.